New York and on the new Hot 97 app. Ebro in the morning on Hot 97.
Okay, we're good on this.
Ebro in the morning, Laura Styles, Rosenberg, our friend Maino back on the show. Brooklyn, New York City's home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You would become a bit of an Instagram motivational speaker. Is that what I?
Would you
but
call
also
it?
some sort of like a commentator on what's wrong with the young people in the street
Not
and,
really
and code and
young.
ethics. Like you comment
Just in
on
general,
things.
though.
Yes.
Not I don't really like highlight, young or old. Just common sense from a street perspective. There's certain things that just don't make sense, and there's certain things that's just not cool. So it's like,
What's this week's topic?
Where's your focus this
I
week?
don't
hot
know.
take?
I'm feeling motivated. So it's like I was just thinking about. I was having a conversation yesterday about how people don't try, right? How they so afraid of failure that they never even try. If you so concentrated on the problem, then you never see the solution. You know what I mean? So that's just how I was feeling lately, because I'm just talking to people and they talk about how many, the dreams that they have and the things that they wanted to do, but they never did it. Can you imagine living your life like that?
No.
That's hell. To have never tried. I'd rather try and fail. I told somebody the other day, failure is part of the process, bro.
But now let's go to when we first met.
Yeah.
You had something in you that not everybody had. You didn't have the answer. You
Right.
came, you said, look, I
I
just...
still don't have the answers.
Well, but you go and ask questions.
Yeah.
Some people don't know how to do that
Yeah.
part. Like,
Yeah.
before you started making music, Maino came and was like,
Remember that.
how do I, like, I
Yeah.
got these ideas and
Yeah.
these songs, and
Remember.
I've been locked up for a minute.
Yeah.
And he started asking people questions. Where do I
Remember
record?
that.
How do I record?
Remember
Who do
that.
I talk to?
Yeah. Still ask questions. Because listen, life is a ladder, right? So every step you take up is another step to take. So we trying to open doors every single day. So now I'm trying to get into other things. So now, like, I produced my first little documentary. So now those are doors that I'm trying to get in. So I'm asking questions. Well, who do I see and who do I talk to and how do I get this here and how do we get to Netflix and how do we do that? So it's fun to me because it's challenging and that's what it is. So we just find inspiration to keep moving. That's it.
That's why you're here. What is this movie you produced?
Well, that's not why I'm here. I'm here for my single, man.
Oh, really? I'm
sorry. You got a new
Yeah,
single.
yeah,
Oh, I'm
He has a
sorry.
bunch of things
bro.
going on.
I'm sorry.
We're
I
gonna get to the documentary.
I didn't know you had
for that. Yeah,
I didn't know it was single and movie.
No, we got a monster.
Oh, you
yeah,
got-
we got a monster. Me and Macy Gray, we got a monster.
Yeah, and what's the theme of this record?
It's just inspiration, baby. We talk motivation. We talking
Now,
about.
you sent me the Pretty Lou clip because,
Yeah,
Pretty Lou, a
I'm
friend of
sending-
everybody's been
yeah.
fighting cancer.
Yeah.
And, he's in the fight
Right.
now.
Right.
And then you sent me another clip yesterday.
Right.
And now this song is about overcoming and people dealing with
Just
adversity.
Just life, everybody, because we all dealing with it every single day. Every single day. That's probably the most common thread between all of us, right? So where we at as a country, we got all these issues, we got all these things going on. And I ain't trying to get super political, but one thing I do understand is that we all trying to come up.
That's right.
And then we all be challenged with adversity and obstacles and all that, whatever it is. Like, we all challenged with it, but it's how you choose to deal with it, because we all get knocked down sometimes. So my biggest song is All the Above, and it was speaking basically about the same thing. So this right here is a monster. Okay, we Grammy bound.
So
That's
let's
what I'm
run
doing.
let's run the new
I love
tune.
that talk. I
Let's
like that
also
talk.
play All the Above
Yeah.
just to give people
Yeah.
context, because
Zone.
Maino is
Yeah.
still spending that money.
Yes.
We also saw Maino get a Super Bowl check.
Yeah, well, there was well, also Swizz got a big, let's be honest, Swizz got a big Super Bowl check.
Okay. He
got
Maino
a lot
also
of
got a
checks.
check.
Yeah.
But it was Maino's
still a
record.
Super Bowl check.
It was Maino's record.
Oh, my
$1
God.
million. I remember that.
Now, also, Maino, in one of my daughter's favorite movies, Sing, when the little mouse gets out the car to go into the club.
Same record, Sync.
When he
Sync.
fought, he got some money, caught a loan, and bought a Lambo, I think it was, and went to the
What?
club.
Sing, yeah.
In
And
Sing.
And it's in there too.
Yeah, it's
And he
in
gets out the whip,
Yeah, that was a nice check off that.
There you
feeling
go.
like $1 million bucks,
Yeah.
and he starts
That
walking
record
into the
was-
club.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
That's a
so
fact.
listen, that's why he's got dollars falling in his pocket. Literally singles,
Yes.
dollars, just $1, but it fell out of his
man,
pocket.
listen, the economy, man.
It adds up. It's tough.
Economy, man.
No, well, you don't need hundreds falling out of your pocket. That's
The
irresponsible.
economy's helping you out right now.
The economy is cool. It's a beautiful time for creative. To be creative and but you gotta.
But that's
you
more
gotta,
about technology, isn't it? And you're being able to monetize things.
Well, but you still got to be creative and you got to be fearless. to try things.
Yeah.
It's like what I was talking about, man. Like so many people got ideas, they want to do so many things and just never get up. I'm like, yo, look, man, I never rapped a day in my life. I was in prison. I never rapped. I never knew nobody in the industry, but this is what I'm talking about trying to do different things and not having that fear. So that's all it is. We trying to get it.
And you've always maintained a very positive perspective since I've known you. You've had records that were smash hits.
And then I had records that didn't work.
You've had records that
Straight up.
You came in, you were excited, you pushed them,
Right.
nothing happened.
But I never felt entitled, though. Never felt entitled. Never was like, yo, y'all should play just because. I mean, it is what it is. Music business, and then it's the radio business, and it's a business, and it is what it is. And some things don't work. And you take it for what it is. And because at the end of the day, what I'm gonna complain about? I'm alive, I'm free, we get into it, and we still got another chance. So let's do it.
I will say that you're very involved, though. I've seen you like talk to the DJs, have discussions, get feedback.
All that.
Back to the Macy, the Macy Gray, because we were actually surprised. We were like, "What, Maino and Macy Gray?" It was, I just didn't expect that.
Yeah.
So how did that come about?
It just came.
What do you mean?
It just came. It just happened. Shout out to the Heat Makers, man, because we did that right here in New York. And then my man Blue Williams was like, this sounds like something that Macy Gray should be on. Shout out to Blue. And he put a call and he called her. And then she heard it. She thought it was dope and she did it. And it was written. So what I'm saying, it was like, I'm always for whatever sound. Just let's not even think about it. If it sound dope, it's dope. If it's good, it's good. Like, it don't matter who on it. Like, it's a beautiful record. So this is why I'm here. Let's get this Grammy, man.
Let's get this Grammy.
I love that. Hashtag let's get this Grammy.
Let's get this Grammy.
Was that now before you made this record? Was that always a goal? Was that something you had on your mind?
Yeah,
or no?
always something that I always felt like I always wanted to be Grammy nominated. That's one of my bucket lists.
Is at least nomination?
Yeah, at least that. I think we could get it. I feel like I made records that can compete.
You know what opportunity you have now too. You have a record with Macy Gray,
right?
So you can also get best sung rap sung collaboration
that
too.
one category is
There's a category made for you.
the rap sung
rap slash sung.
So? I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
Yeah,
that's the key.
That's the key.
That's the
Rap
key.
song, okay.
Because otherwise you're up in best rap song, and there are so many songs for best rap song.
Okay.
But in rap sung collaboration, you're
Are you
just
serious?
Yes.
Dead
Deadass.
ass.
Wow. Okay.
They created this category a few years ago because there was so many collaborations, and then you had artists that weren't really rapping and weren't really singing, so they needed a category for that too.
Is that so? Mm-hmm. So come on, let's do this.
That's what
Let's
we're
do
doing.
this.
No, the
Hashtag
truth.
let's get this Grammy.
Let's get this where it needs to go.
So currently, Cardi B is on the internets because of an old video where she talks about when she was a stripper. Dudes want to have sex with her, and she she says she drugged a guy or drugged guys and robbed them. In the video, she's visibly upset. She's visibly like, you know what I had to do to come up and And so we started talking on the show because, the neighborhood I grew up, it was a couple of girls, it was bad joints, and they was worse though. There's two versions of this. There's the version where they drug you and rob you, and there's a version where the door kicks in, goons come in and rob you.
Yeah.
So if you out here taking girls to the crib that you don't really know like that,
it happens.
right? These things happen. So we start having this conversation. There's been some backlash of people saying it's a double standard. We're saying, yes, it's a double standard. Because if a dude was doing this to a woman, all hell would break loose. Yeah. Girls doing it to dudes, they're doing it because they don't want to have sex with the dude, but they want to still get the money. And
I'm saying, yes, there is a double standard.
It's problematic and it's terrible,
is.
but it's really a double standard, and it is really something that goes on out here.
It does, man. These girls will take your watch, your ring. It happened in a hotel room. Listen, I help dudes get their watches back from getting robbed.
In situations like that.
Straight up fact. What's this producer kid?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, he went to a hotel.
You gotta say his name. What's his name again?
Protect the
Yeah,
victims out
protect
here.
the
You know what I'm
victims.
saying?
Yeah.
He went to a hotel with a girl and woke up with his watch and his jewelry missing. So it happens.
We've heard the story over
So
and over with basketball players. It happens a lot.
How'd you get it back?
I made a couple calls.
That's important. See, that's why you gotta have Maino around.
Now, the reason I'm bringing it up to you
I'm glad
is
he's a call away. Because if sometimes
Maino's
there's
here
certain
for you.
there's certain things you can't call your local politician.
always been here for you.
And you've always been there for me.
Always been here for
I've
you.
actually literally thought in a moment, I'm like, fuck. Like I see someone's, I'm like, am I gonna have to call Maino on this? I might have to call Maino.
that's his own. By the way, this is a new campaign for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
It's
call
a new
Maino.
campaign for you. It's a whole thing.
I
You know
hope
how
I
they
don't have
got
to call Maino.
311? You need your own.
I hope I don't have to call Maino.
It can happen, man.
But I bring this up because
Okay.
you are working on a documentary, and we've
Okay.
talked about it before, about strippers and the lifestyle and the clubs and the culture and the whole thing. Do you explore this area? Because in the strip world, right, you have some girls, dudes is trying to fuck, and girls just like, yeah, all right. And then they make believe that it's about to go down, and they not trying to fuck these dudes. They trying to rob these dudes. They just trying to get paid.
Some of them will go all the way with it. They'll do everything, and then when you sleep, they'll just
and still rob.
still rob you. I didn't really explore that because what I was basically, it's done. So what I was basically showing was the difference between the strip clubs here in New York and everywhere else. See, our thing is the bartenders. We have this thing where the bartenders become actual celebrities, and they are the cachet. They are the thing that drives the economy here. Like, so dudes don't actually come see the dancers here. And that's what the difference is. It's that the bar that which used to be the place where the regular dudes would sit because they couldn't get in VIP, but now the bar is VIP.
Yeah, I was always at the bar.
Right.
Did you explore like the friction between the strippers and the bartenders?
Yeah, it's a 4-part doc, right? So it's every episode is every conversation. So I explored the whole stripper versus the bartender thing, plastic surgery, how that weighs out. So there's a couple of different conversations in there where you get to really understand the whole economy, right? So and it talks about how it even started, like back in 2012 when Instagram came out, how Starless was just trying to come up, and how they took these girls and put them and started promoting them together, and then it just ballooned, and now we have what we have.
Now, I'm hearing a lot of the strip clubs getting closed down.
Yeah, they are, but there's still more opening up.
So walk
Smaller
me through
ones.
what's happening in the
Right.
in the neighborhoods, why they're getting closed, where they're opening. Because it feels like every few years the club section of New York City moves. Uptown's getting closed down. The Queens clubs got closed
I want to say
down.
that hurt.
Yeah,
That hurt me bad.
Uptown hurts you.
Uptown is hurting me really bad because anybody that know me know that I've always been outside. Like, I always like to party. I've been partying Uptown consistently since at least about 2012, 2011. I've been going up there sneakily. I'm Dominican Maino Uptown, right? They don't even, like, dudes didn't even know about Uptown. To see that start to close down right now is really bothering me. That really hurt.
It's political. I mean, it's gentrification. It's political. It's about money.
Man.
It's
That hurt. That's
they're
the
trying to
last
change
place
the
have a good
complexion
time.
up there.
Yeah, they want to rezone it.
Yeah.
And all that. So I don't really know what's happening with the strip clubs. There's a lot of different reasons. I don't know. I mean, Aces, that was one that was a big one that got hurt. Lust, they just closed Cityscapes, but I'm seeing a couple small ones open up now. So I'm interested to see where it's going because it's smaller ones, but it's still the same vibe.
And when's your documentary dropping?
Well, we still trying to find the right home. I don't just want to put it out. I'm still trying to find the right home for it to distribute it. I want to do it the right way because, I mean, I shot it the right way. We shot it on Red with the robot, with the drone, and so I really took my time and spent money on it. So it's not like I just slapped something together and just ran up in there with some mics and was like, yo, just end it. No, we shot it well. So I'm trying to find the right situation.
And the issues of the past, you had some public accusations.
Was it me?
It wasn't because nothing actually happened.
What was that?
Was it a porn? She had a porn star.
Oh, yeah. A girl said I was coming out the club and girl said I put my hands on her. That wasn't true. We got around that. They found out that she was lying. But the problem with that was that I had to actually get arrested. I was actually in the papers before, and I had to actually go to court maybe 3-4 times before they found out she was lying. But what's funny about that is what they always say, that the truth is never as entertaining as the lie, right? So when they were looking for me, right, it was like the articles was this big.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
When they found out that I was telling the truth and that she was lying, the article was this small. It's like,
That's so crazy.
it's crazy though. But listen, man, I guess it comes with the territory sometimes. So I mean, coming out of clubs and stuff like that, you got to be careful who you're around, who you let around your area, who you let jump in the car and stuff like that. So because people have, I don't know, man, they got issues.
Maino, ladies and gentlemen. When's the new album dropping?
Oh man, we shooting for April, man. It's called On Everything I Love. But the single is out right now. All Again featuring Macy Gray. come on, man, let's get this Grammy.
Let's
give it
get
up.
this Grammy. Hashtag.
Let's get this Grammy.
And I don't want to have to call Maino. 2 hashtags.
Yeah.
Or Maino hotline. I think Maino needs a hotline. There needs to definitely be like if you come to town and
the
get your
Maino
chain
hotline.
taken from you, because this is how there's a lot of young artists. We're seeing this now. They coming to town, they're not checking in with the right people. They don't know the streets of New York
Good
that
point.
well. They think
Good
it's
point.
a game. You should probably check in with one of the
crazy.
elders
Right. Someone who can tell you.
of New York City.
I mean, I'm always there to help.
Give it up for Maino, man.